Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Ilham and welcome to Ambar Ilham channel. This is my 188 videos for Excel, Word and Google Sheet, and today I'm going to explain the not to forget the VLOOKUP function because sometimes VLOOKUP has more superiority than index and match function. On the previous video, I already explained about the superiority of VLOOKUP function. And here, we said not to forget. We said forget VLOOKUP. I said no, don't forget that VLOOKUP function because on this case, if we want to fill in the several columns here at once, I delete this one first. I delete this one first. Then I drag it to down. I drag it to the right. I only need to type the formula here only for one function. If you want to know more about the powerful of VLOOKUP function, the superiority of VLOOKUP function to index and match function, you can see my previous video. Okay, let me start for the VLOOKUP function for data range. I have data in here, 800, 1800 and more, and we have, sorry, I want to explain the single first. I have data here, 800, 1800 and more, and this is the quantity and this is the data range. We need to fill in the quantity here from the lowest range. The lowest range for 1 until 500 is 1, and this is the lowest is 501. This is 1001, this is 5001, and this is 10,001. And then we simply use the VLOOKUP function, VLOOKUP, and the reference is the quantity here, and the table array is from G until H here, and then log by using the F4. And then the column index is 2, and the range lookup you can fill in with the false function or with number 1 like this one, and drag it down like this one. Or on another case, we can also use the, you can ignore the number 1 here, then just delete this one and then enter and drag it down like this. It also gives the same result. If we can see here, the 800 is the range between 501 and 1000 here, and for 2700 to 27,100 is range more than 10,000, and this is range for between 501 and 1000. This is also range from 1 to 500, and this is for the single range. What about the multiple range here? We have the quantity here. I already input the lowest range here, 1, 501, 1001 and more. We have the parts and plastic part and electrical parts here. For parts, we can give the maximum quantity is larger than 10,000 pieces. But for plastic parts give the high volume, so it's not good if we have more than 10,000 pieces plastic parts. Plastic part, we need this has the huge volume, and if the quantity, the range is more than 500 is the highest quantity volume for plastic parts. And between the plastic part and the parts itself is the electrical parts. Electrical parts consume less quantity than part itself, and also more than the plastic part volume. So lower than the plastic part volume, but higher than plastic part, lower than parts. Sorry. And so we have the three combination here, the three item group. We use the combination between the if and VLOOKUP function. If the reference here, item group, is equals to item part here, item group part, and then use the log the reference here, then use the function VLOOKUP. The reference is here, day3, and the table array is from J3 until, you can see here, stop in here until K7, and then log the both of J3 and K7 here, and comma 2, and then close bracket. And then if the function again, if the item group equals to the plastic parts, then the reference is VLOOKUP from J3 still, and the reference is array is from J8 until K12, and then press F4 once, and then comma 2, and then close bracket. If not, use the function VLOOKUP. This is the last here. The reference is still J3, and the table array from J13 until K17, and then use the F4, press F4 at once, and then comma 2, comma, not comma, just close bracket for the if here, and then close bracket for the if the final in here, and then enter. Just drag it down like this, and all is done. Then we will check the result, whether the result is true or not. This is the maximum for the parts. 27,100 is larger than 10,000 pieces range here. And for the electrical parts is the higher than 5,000 pieces here is the highest range, and for the plastic part is larger than 500 is the highest range here. So if we check it by mixing give the example that three item, the result in here is correct. So that's all for today. If you have any question regarding to Word, Excel, or Google Sheet, please write down on the comment below. God willing, I will answer it on the next video. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.